Ayan, nag-umpisa na. So as I have told you, after these pricing strategies, we're going to talk about the solution to relevant costing exercises and then immediately proceed to capital budgeting, section F. Okay, so we shall now start. Okay, pricing strategies. So what is a price? What is a price? Price is the amount a customer will have to pay for a product or service. Price is the amount the customer will have to pay for a product or service. That's what we mean by price. So, a company who is selling products, whether it's a good or a service, will have to charge their customers a price in order to generate revenues. But the question is, how is the price set? How is the price being set? Okay. For the purpose of this discussion, I'm going to divide this item into two approaches. I'm going to this I'm going to divide this concept into two approaches. We may set the price using a cost-based approach where we should know how much cost we have to incur for the product or service and then add a little what we call a markup, no? Add a little markup or a large markup depending on the industry. Add a markup so that you would have a margin. You will have a profit. So in a cost-based pricing strategy, you start with cost and then you're going to add something, an amount, in order to cover for your profit. We call that cost-based approach. When is the cost-based approach used? This is used when there is very low competition. You are producing a customized item made based on customer specification. For example, you're going to make a dress for someone, pasadya, no? Pasadya. Cost-based pricing will be used. Okay? So in general, any item that is very customized will be subject to cost-based pricing. Magpapagawa ba sila sa'yo ng building? Siyempre, kailangan mong alamin yung cost, magdagdag ka ng konting kita. No? Cost and then add some amount for your markup. Cost-based approach. Okay? So if there's a markup of 20%, edi kunin mo yung total cost times 1.2. Okay? Cost-based approach. The other approach is used when there is perfect competition. Market-based approach. Sometimes you cannot decide on the price. You have to let the market decide. This is true especially when fungible. The items are fungible. They are equivalent to one another. Kung bibili ka ng mangga, syempre, yung nagtitinda ng mangga, inaalam niya kung magkano yung presyo ng mga katabi niyang nagtitinda ng mangga. Kaya tinatawag na market-based. No? It depends on the market as a whole. This is true because if you are going to charge a higher price, the customers will go to the cheaper alternative, considering that they are just equivalent. So if you are selling gold, precious metals, agricultural produce, and the like, anything that's fungible or standardized, you have no choice in setting prices. You really have to let the market decide on what the price should be. On what the price should be. Market-based approach. Okay? Yun yung dalawang general ways to arrive at the price. It can be a cost-based if the nature of the product is highly customized, pasadya, no? Pinagawa sa'yo based on customer specification, cost-based approach yan. And on the other extreme, what you are selling is just a commodity. It is equivalent to the other sold by your competitor, katulad ng agricultural produce and precious metals. Then you have no choice but to let the market decide. Clear? Sige. Start na tayo, ha? So, what is the difference between a price taker and a price setter? Go. Ready? Enter. Enter, everyone. Okay, how would you differentiate a price taker from a price setter? How would you differentiate the two? So the correct answer here is letter dog. Price taker is one who has no choice but to let the market set the price for themselves. This is true in a pure competition. This is true in a perfect competition. While if you are the price setter, you who operate the company would set the price for your products. Very good. The correct answer indeed is letter dog. The market sets the price for products from a price taker. The company sets the price for the products when you are a price setter. Very good. Next, what about this one? What about this one? So the question here is the cost plus target pricing approach is generally in what formula? What formula? Everyone, enter. Enter your answers now, everyone. So the formula is unit cost multiplied by 1 plus the market. the markup on the unit cost. Okay? It should be expressed, usually, no, it is expressed as a markup percentage, no, markup percentage of the unit cost. So you know what your cost is, and then set a percentage that should represent your profit, no, as a percentage of the cost. You call it the markup rate. Okay? Correct answer is letter boy. Very good, everyone. The correct answer is boy. Next, what about this one? Go. Okay, I'll give you a minute or two. Which of the following statements is correct? We'll give you 1 minute more. Okay, so what is the correct statement? Enter your answers now. Enter your answers now. Sige, enter everyone, please. Game. So the correct answer is, everyone, nasaan yung sagot ng iba? A cost-based approach to pricing is appropriate when a company sells a differentiated product. So this is true when you have your own brand or you have your own style, which is distinct from your competitors. You may use a cost-based approach. Know your cost, then add a percentage markup. While a market-based approach to pricing is appropriate when a company sells an undifferentiated product. Para sa standardized lang. Okay. Next question. Okay, so the question is, which of the following companies would likely use a cost-based approach to setting prices? Enter now. Enter your answers. So the correct answer is letter C. Hindi standardized yung mga gamot, ha? Although there's a generic name that's the same, okay, yung effect ng branding, tapos may mga konting mixture sila na kakaiba. Food products company selling table salt, more or less standard yung price. This is a commodity. Office supply company selling ballpoint pens, standardized. Consumer goods selling napkins, standardized. But if we are talking about a patented drug, chances are sila pa lang yung meron nun, no? It's a patented drug. So they are going to know how much cost that they incurred in research and development, in production, and then lagyan nila ng konting patong. They're going to consider a markup. Okay? So the correct answer is letter C. More likely, pharmaceutical companies selling a patented drug would utilize a cost-based approach. Okay? Correct answer is C. Next question. Game? A company sells a unique product with no direct substitutes. What pricing strategy would be appropriate in this case? Enter everyone. Enter everyone. Unique product with no direct substitutes. We are to use a cost plus pricing. Because it has no substitutes, you have the leeway of just recovering your cost plus something, no? A markup. Cost plus pricing would be appropriate here. Okay, very good. So far, tama naman ang mga nakikita kong sagot. Although this topic is not covered in your undergrad much, pahapyaw lang, wala naman akong nakikitang problema sa knowledge nyo so far. Next question. Which of the following statements about market comparable pricing is correct? Market comparable pricing is correct. Okay, enter now. Which of the following statements about market comparable pricing is correct? From the name itself, we set a price based on something similar in the market. The correct answer is letter dog. It involves setting prices based on the price of a similar product, based on the price of a similar product. So for example, nagtitinda sa market natin, no? Sabihin na natin 18 karat gold, meron kang 14 karat. So what you're going to do, base your price on the 18 karat and then minus something, no? You're going to deduct, adjust for the difference. Market comparable pricing is also useful in valuation of stocks when you use relative valuation. You base the price on those stocks that are similar to yours. Yung bang same industry, kunyari, kung titingnan mo yung price ng PLDT, ng TEL, no? PLDT TEL, pwede mong i-base yun sa price ng Globe kung kumusta yung price niya compared sa earnings per share. For example, okay? We call this market comparable pricing, setting prices based on the price of a similar product. Letter dog. Very good. Next, let's now go to elasticity. We'll give you 1 minute. Go. Okay, naalala niyo pa ito? Elasticity. Tingnan natin ha, kung naalala niyo. So mukhang straight yung line, no? Vertical line. Enter. Enter your answers now. Enter your answers now. So sa economics, no, mga ekonomista, baliktad sila mag-graph, no? Yung independent variable nandito sa y-axis. Okay? It started with an error in a textbook years ago, no? Decades ago. Tapos pinanindigan nila. When the price goes up, when the price goes down, ano ang mangyayari sa quantity? Di ba baliktad? Dapat nasa x-axis yung nagde-determine, no? Yung independent variable. Anyway, when the price goes up, the quantity is here. Ito yung quantity. When the price goes down, the quantity is still here. Baguhin mo man yung presyo, hindi nagbabago yung demand para sa product natin. We call this a perfectly inelastic demand. Hindi talaga gumagalaw, baguhin mo man yung price, go up, go down, the quantity demanded is still the same. This is perfectly inelastic. Kung meron mang pagbabago konti, binaba mo yung presyo, medyo bumaba naman yung quantity at medyo tumaas naman yung quantity demand. Inverse kasi yung relationship, no? Medyo tumaas naman yung quantity demand nung binaba mo yung presyo, pero sobrang konti lang. It is called inelastic, no? Relatively inelastic. Pero kung walang galaw talaga, nako, perfectly inelastic na yan. Yung elastic, kapag horizontal, no? Mas horizontal line siya. Konting pagbabago lang sa price, biglang taas o baba yung quantity, biglang taas ng price, no? Konting taas ng price, bababa agad yung quantity. Konting baba ng price, taas agad yung quantity. Kung OA yung galaw ng quantity dahil sa pagbabago ng price, elastic naman yun. So, if the demand for a product is elastic, small changes in the price, small percentage changes in the price would lead to greater percentage changes in quantity if it is elastic. In this example, the quantity demand is not affected by the price. It's perfectly inelastic. Talagang wala siya. Correct answer is letter boy. Very good. Okay? Naalala niyo pa yung calculations? We'll give you 2 minutes for this one. Game, enter. Sa mga may sagot na, you may enter. Enter now. Enter now. Yung mga may sagot na, please enter. A company determines that the price of $14, it will sell 30,300 units. At the price of $12, it will sell 34,500 units. Using the midpoint formula, what is the price elasticity of demand? So again, a company determines that at a price of $14, it will sell 30,300 units. At a price of $12, it will sell 34,500 units. So this time we are to use the midpoint formula. Kapag silent, gumamit tayo ng midpoint formula pag price elasticity. Ano yung percentage change ng quantity? The percentage change in quantity is from 3,300 magiging 34,500. So 34,500 minus 3,300 over 3,300. Ganun dapat yung change, no? From this to this, that's 34,500 minus 30,300 divided by supposed to be 3,300. Tama ba? Ganun dapat. However, if you will move from 34,500 to 3,300, baliktad yung direction, ang magiging denominator mo, 34,500. Iba yung magiging percentage change kapag nag-start ka from here to here versus kung mag-start ka from here to here. Clear? So, 34,500 minus 3,300 over 3,300 will be different from the other direction. 3,300 minus 34,500 over 34,500. To resolve this problem, what we can do is to divide this by the midpoint of the two. Kaya tinatawag to na midpoint formula. I hope that's clear. The midpoint between 3,300 and 34,500 is 32,400. Kumusta yung percentage change ng price? From 14 to 12. So 12 minus 14. 12 minus 14 divided by supposed to be 14. Pero kung baliktarin mo ang direction, magiging divided by 12. So para maging consistent yung sagot natin, kahit anong direction man ang susundin natin, we divide it by the midpoint. Anong midpoint ng 12 at 14? 13. Okay? Yung mga denominator nila, i-divide nyo sa midpoint ng given. Para hindi maging iba-iba yung sagot kung up to down, down to up. Okay? So this is what we call the midpoint formula. So in this case, you have 0.1296 divided by 0.1538. So by the way, you're going to get here the absolute value. Ignore the negative sign. You will have 0.84. The correct answer is letter dog. Ang tamang sagot ay letter dog. Ulitin ko. What is the purpose for using the midpoint formula? To make the results consistent. Whether you go from here to here or here to here. Katulad dito, 12 to 14 man or from 14 to 12, you will arrive at the same conclusion when you divide them by the average of this. So the midpoint, using the midpoint formula, the price elasticity of demand is 0.84. Interpretation. If elasticity is greater than 1, it is elastic. It is elastic. If elasticity is less than 1, it is inelastic. Hindi masyadong maggalaw. If elasticity is exactly equal to 1, it is unitary or unit elastic. No? Unitary. Okay? So, kapag sinasabi natin greater than 1 yung elasticity, konting galaw lang sa presyo, biglang galaw sa quantity. Ang laki. Pag inelastic, galawin mo man yung presyo, yung quantity hindi masyado magbabago. Okay? Eh sir, bakit negative? Negative yan kasi kung tinataas mo yung presyo, bababa yung quantity demand. Quantity demand and price has a negative relationship. They are inversely related. But what you're going to put here is the absolute value. No? Take the absolute value as your elasticity. Sana naintindihan nyo, ha? Try nyo nga ito. How about this one? Go. Game? Okay. Enter now. Enter now. Okay. Lahat na yan. Wala nang ibang sasagot. After completing a marketplace analysis of product Z, a company's accountant has determined that a price change from $25 to $20 will result in a demand increase for product Z from 1,000 units to 1.5. Based on this info provided, what is the price elasticity of demand for product Z using the midpoint formula? Again, kahit silent ha, midpoint formula yung gagamitin. Percentage change in quantity. 500 over the midpoint of the two is 1,250. Percentage change in price, 5 over the midpoint of 22.5. Huwag tayo mag-divide sa 20, huwag tayo mag-divide sa 25 kasi hindi magiging consistent yung change between these two. Yung percentage change nila hindi magiging parehas. Kung i-account mo, saan ka nag-start? Nag-start ako sa 20, so dapat divided by 20. Nag-start ako sa 25, so dapat divided by 25. Ang mangyayari niyan, same change, nag-opposite direction lang, magbabago na yung percentage. Hindi na maganda yun, no? Hindi na consistent yung sagot natin. So we use the midpoint formula, take the average between this and this. So the correct answer is 0.4 over 0.22222. Actually, negative yung nasa numerator, pero kunin nyo lang yung absolute value. Okay? So the correct answer is 180. Tama, letter C. Correct answer is letter C. Okay? Baliktad na, dapat 20 over 25 doon. Anyway, yung negative nito mawawala rin, no? Negative dapat yung denominator. Pero again, absolute value hinahanap, no? 180. The correct answer is letter C. The correct answer is letter C. Okay, very good, no? Mukhang nakakapag-absorb naman kayo. How about this one? How about this one? Go. Okay. Enter now. Enter now. The equilibrium price of music CDs is still dollars, with XYZ Recording selling 1 million CDs per month. When XYZ Recordings changed its price to $13 per CD, sales dropped to 800,000 CDs per month. Bumaba yung demand. Again, talagang inverse yung relationship ng price at quantity demand. What is the price elasticity of demand for CDs? Okay. The correct answer is letter C, 2.78. Nasaan yung sagot nyo? Okay, very good. Parehas lang yan ha. Paulit-ulit lang yan. Correct answer is letter C. Always use the midpoint formula when you're asked for the elasticity. Concept ulit. All of the following statements are correct except okay? Okay. Which of the following is the incorrect statement? Which of the following is the incorrect statement? Hanapin natin dito yung exception sa mga correct statements. Everyone, please answer. Enter now. Enter now. A. Elastic demand means the percentage change in quantity demanded is larger than the percentage change in price. That's the meaning of being elastic. Letter A is correct. Inelastic demand means that the percentage change in quantity demanded is smaller than the percentage change in price. This is also true. Okay? Letter C is the incorrect statement kasi sinabi niya same as, no? This is the definition of unitary or unit elastic. Okay? Letter C is a definition of unitary. Yung letter dog, tama to ha. Inelastic demand means the percentage change in price. This is larger than the percentage change in quantity demanded. Boy and dog, they mean the same. Iba lang yung pagkasabi. However, boy and dog means the same. Letter A is also true. Letter C is a definition of unitary. The correct answer is letter C. The correct answer is letter C. So thank you for answering, everyone. I really appreciate it. Okay, yung mga iba ha, please answer together with your classmates. How about this one? Which of the following statements is correct? Go. Okay. Enter. Which of the following statements is correct? Which of the following statements is correct? The correct statement here is letter C actually. When you decrease the price of the product, no, with a unit demand elasticity, pag sinabing unit or unitary, pantay lang yung percentage change ng units tsaka percentage decrease ng price tsaka percentage decrease ng increase ng units, opposite direction, no? It will not change the total revenue. So remember, alam naman natin, no, when the price goes down, the quantity demand goes up. When the price goes up, the quantity demand goes down. Basic econ to, no? When the price stays the same, the quantity demand would stay the same. Ngayon, kapag elastic ka, konting galaw lang sa prices, no? Konting galaw lang sa prices, kapag elastic ka, mas OA yung galaw sa quantity. Sa sobrang laki ng galaw sa quantity, pag bagbababa ka ng presyo, tataas yung revenue mo. Pag magtataas ka ng presyo, babagsak yung revenue mo. Kapag elastic, mas OA yung galaw ng quantity. If it is inelastic, go down or go up, your quantity demand will not change much. So within the same direction ng price yung movement ng revenue. Pag unitary naman, kahit ano yung magiging galaw mo, the percentage change in price is equal to the percentage change in quantity, your total revenue will not change. They will just offset one another. Very good. The correct answer indeed is letter C. Next, which of the following statements is correct? Again, go. Okay, which of the following statements is correct? Enter now. Enter now. Okay. So as usual, ang tamang sagot natin ay letter C. Okay lang, kanina pa tayo C ng C yung sagot, no? Increasing the price of a product with inelastic demand, yung quantity demand hindi masyado affected, pero tinaas mo yung price, your revenue will also go up. Nakuha nyo yun? So, kunyari, tinaasan mo yung presyo, your price went up, inelastic yung demand. The quantity demand will go down, but it will go at a very minuscule amount, no? By a very minuscule percentage. Maliit yung percentage decrease ng quantity. The overall effect, price times quantity, your total revenue will go up. Because this is inelastic, the demand is inelastic, taasan mo man yung presyo, konti lang yung pagbagsak ng quantity demand kung meron mang aayaw, no? Pero napaka-immaterial nung pagbagsak ng quantity demand, mas malakas yung increase ng price, your revenues overall will increase. Very good. The correct answer is letter C. Okay? Sige, that's all for elasticity. Dito tayo sa mga miscellaneous items. We shall now proceed to the miscellaneous items. So what is your answer here for number 20? Which of the following statements is correct? Go. Enter your answers now. Enter your answers now. The question is, which of the following statements is correct? So I hope you're able to encounter the concepts of life cycle costing. No? Enter your answers, please. Enter your answers, please. Yes, please. Enter your answers, please. Okay. So which of the following statements is correct? Everyone, please answer. Everyone. Nasagot nyo, ano? Okay. Pagdating sa pricing, ideally, you follow life cycle pricing, no? Life cycle costing, rather. In setting the price, you do not ignore any other cost that you need in arriving at the product, like research and development. Do not ignore them, no? So, usually kasi, kung mag-isip tayo ng cost, usually production cost lang. But more than production costs, we already spent a lot of money, especially in pharmaceutical products, in research and development. So kailangan rin natin bawiin yan kung gusto natin mabuhay, no, as a company. Which of the following statements is correct? The correct answer is letter boy. Correct answer is letter boy. All costs need to be included in long-run pricing decisions. Since some costs can be changed based on whether or not a product is sold. Okay ba? Okay, yun yung reason, no? Iisipin mo na yung ginastos mo dati at yung gagastusin mo pa lang pag binenta mo. Baka mamaya yung selling expenses mo, napakalaki yung distribution na hindi worth it ibenta. Mura nga yung production. Kunyari, nagpo-produce ka ng mineral water, ibebenta mo sa Saudi. Yung pag-distribute naman, no? Pag-distribute ng produkto mo, napakamahal ng transportation. Tama? So in that case, maybe it's not worth it. So when it comes to arriving at the long run pricing, all costs need to be included in such, since some costs can be changed based on whether or not a product is sold. The best answer here is letter boy. What about this one? What about this one? Yung a company wants to adjust its price based on demand and physical capacity limits. What pricing would be appropriate in this case? Enter. Enter now. Okay, mukhang alam niyo to, no? Peak load pricing. Okay? They adjust the price based on demand and physical capacity limits. Kuha niyo? For example, pag summer, maraming demand for tourism. The demand for flights are high during summer and Christmas season. So during summer and Christmas season, mataas yung presyo. Pero pagdating ng mga slack season ng airlines, kunyari, sabihin na natin June, hindi, bagong school calendar. Sabihin na natin September, October, no? September, October, wala masyadong demand for flights. Tama? Ang ginagawa nila, nagpapapromo sila ng ticket. They adjust the price based on the demand. The higher the demand, they can demand higher prices. And physical capacity limits, we call this pricing strategy peak load pricing. Ganon din sa mga hotel, no? Kung masyadong maraming tao ang pumupunta sa lugar, they do not offer promos, no? Full price. Okay? The summer price, the Christmas prices are higher. But when it is slack, wala masyadong bisita, pinapababa nila yung presyo. Okay? We call this peak load pricing. Letter C. Next question. In the growth stage of a product's life cycle, which of the following statements on pricing methods makes the most sense? Go. So again, in the growth stage of a product's life cycle, which of the following statements on pricing methods makes the most sense? Enter. Enter now. Enter now. Growth stage, huh? Growth stage. During the growth stage, you are still approaching profitability. The company is just approaching profitability. Hindi pa talaga masasabi na stable na yung kita. So pagdating sa pricing, ano yung gagawin natin? The best answer here is boy. If competition in the market for this product starts rising, pumapasok na yung mga copycat, no? Yung mga cheap copies. Kunyari, meron tayong magandang design. Pumapasok na yung mga cheap copies. A competition-based pricing approach could involve keeping the price low in order to discourage the new competitor entrance into the market. Pwede mong patayin yung mga kompetensya mo by setting your price low. Tama ba? Okay. So, sa introductory phase, pwedeng maningil ka muna ng malaki. Pero kung nag-uumpisa ng pumasok yung mga competitor, it is now high time that we should consider what price they are charging. Okay? So if competition in the market for this product starts rising, pumapasok na sila, mga gaya-gaya. Okay? Pwede natin pantayan yung presyo para naman hindi sila makakapasok sa market. Tayo yung original at sing mahal lang yung produkto or mahal lang tayo konti. Correct answer is letter boy. Okay? How about this one? How about this one? Mali yung C, ha? Mali yung letter C. Price skimming, a customer-based pricing tactic, is helpful during the growth stage. It encourages new customers to experience the product based on a low initial price. In price skimming, sinasagad mo yung price. Kung ikaw yung unang gumawa ng product, tinataasan mo yung presyo. Pag sinabing price skimming, you're charging the highest possible price initially para yung mga fanatic sa'yo, no? Kunyari, nagbebenta ka ng BTS merch. Ibenta mo yan ng 100,000, no? Yung mga pinaka-fanatic, sila lang muna ang bibili. Yun yung price skimming. No? Nakukuha nyo? Yung mga fanatic, sila muna yung bibili. Okay? Pagkakitaan mo muna yung mga nasa taas, no? Mga mayayaman. So, babaan mo konti yung presyo. Hanggang lahat na nakakabili. Okay? This is true for iPhone, no? Kapag sa introduction ng bagong iPhone, tinataasan muna nila yung presyo. Letter C is not the answer because in price skimming, you start with a high price. Okay? So letter boy ang tamang sagot, ha? May mga sumagot kasi ng C kanina. Anyway, next. What about this one? A consumer products company prices one of its new products significantly higher than competitor products currently in the market. The higher price is based on customer focus studies, indicating that the customers in a certain income bracket are willing to pay more for the superior characteristics of the product. This pricing tactic is an example of, okay, anong tawag dyan? Okay? Everyone enter. Everyone please enter your answers. Enter now. Ang tawag dyan, premium pricing. No? Okay. Yung mga mahilig sa branded, no? Yung mga mayayaman, certain income bracket, they're willing to pay more for the superior characteristics of the product. We call this premium pricing. Yung mga items na may brand, they charge a higher price because customers believe that they have better characteristics. Letter A. How about this one? All of the following are correct concerning pricing decisions over the life of a product except go. Okay, enter. Enter now. All of the following are correct concerning pricing decisions over the life of a product, except exception ha. We're looking for the exception. Yes, Andrea, may question ka?
Wala
Andrea.
po, sir. Napindot lang po. Sorry.
See, no worries, no worries. Okay, so the correct answer here is letter dog. It shouldn't remain stable or decrease over a product's life, ha? Pag sinabi nating life cycle ng buong product, the pricing decision should be different over the life of a product because price changes are needed to consistently increase profits over a product's life cycle. Introductory, you can charge high. You can scheme for the customers, no? Pagkakitaan mo yung mga gustong-gusto yung products mo. Okay? Kapag pinaglumaan na, babaan konti. Kasi meron na ring darating mga copycat. Okay? So, when it comes to pricing decisions, you're going to make changes, no? You're going to make changes. The best answer is letter dog. Hindi stable yung pricing, no? When you look at it at a longer time frame. Sige nga, sinong bumili dito nung bata sila? Sinong bumili dito ng Windows 98? Okay, Windows 98. Na-imagine nyo yung computer nung nursery kayo? Okay. Mas mahal yun, no? Kumpara sa laptop natin ngayon. Di ba? Looking back, you're asking yourself, bakit kayo mga magulang natin bumili ng ganong kamahal na computer? Di ba? Okay, kasi yun yung umpisa nila, no? At that time, bago. So at the introduction, you're overcharging, no? You call that price skimming. Throughout the life of the product, no? After ng 3 years, luma na yung Windows 98, no? Until fast forward 30 years into the future, hindi pa naman, no? 20 years into the future, makikita mo na obsolete na siya. Okay? Actually, wala na siyang value ngayon. Pabago-bago yung price, no? Depending on the circumstances at what stage you are in the life cycle. Sige, stages of the life cycle. This will be my last question to you. We'll give you 30 seconds. Which of the following lists the product life cycle in correct order? Go. Okay, I think this is easy. Introduction, growth, maturity, then decline. The correct answer is letter dog. And pricing would be altered depending on in what stage you already are. Okay? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions, anyone? Any questions? May mga tanong ba kayo? Okay. It appears that everyone is silent. Okay, magbibigay na ako ng async work natin, ha? I'm going to give you the asynchronous activity that you're going to have today. They involve watching videos only. Idiretso ko muna sa GC. Sorry na medyo disorganized tayo this past few weeks. Isusulat ko ng maayos, ha? Isusulat. Ilalatag ko ng maayos ito sa ating Blackboard. Okay? In the GC, I have forwarded to you the discussion of the exercises on relevant costing. Okay?